Okay, we're live on YouTube. Welcome aboard on YouTube. Today's session, like I said, is trust and the economy. Ignore the warnings you're seeing on my shared screen. If you're on TikTok, just give me a wave, give me a sign of life. Show me you're on TikTok. Say hi. Give me likes. The more likes we get, the more the message spreads, the more TikTok invites people. Remember, we're only here for 30 minutes. Same goes with you on YouTube. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up. If you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up. There's actually a time I spent almost 10 minutes live and no one could hear me, but I just kept rambling on and on and on. So it's always helpful to get that feedback early. So if you can't hear me, don't assume it's intentional, just let me know. So today's 30-minute sales gym will start in exactly 7:30. Let's give it a minute. A minute. We see who else will join. Meanwhile, so we missed yesterday's session of the 30-minute sales gym. We postponed it to today. I know it's a bit inconvenient and I apologize. It's technical issues beyond my control. Call it force majeure. We had a power outage, maintenance of the power grid yesterday. So the entire day, there was no power at all. So it's showing 7:32. I think we're just going to begin. If you're on you if you're on, share this with your people. Let people know 30-minute sales gym is live. So the topic, what I'm going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about trust equals the economy. Why the world's biggest asset isn't money. So we're going to be looking at what is the biggest asset in the world, and it's definitely not money. It's actually trust, and I'm going to prove that to you. Uh, so, are you someone who's been trying to close leads? You've been investing in leads, doing the ads, paying Google, paying for your ad to go out there, generating leads, but failing to cross them, to get them across the finish line. So you're failing to close your deals consistently. You attend events to network, but it doesn't lead to much revenue. Your revenue is inconsistent, though your costs are growing. So your cost of acquisition of customers keeps going up, but your actual revenue it stays low. It's not consistent. People enter the store, they enter your business, they buy from you once, and it's a once and done sort of situation. If you're any of those people, if any of that resonates with you, this session is going to help enlighten you. What I'm trying to do is enlighten you, to open your mind, to show you how to get business done in the current economy. All right. We've covered so far in the 30-minute sales gym, we've covered a lot of topics. We've been doing this for a while. The goal is to do it for 52 weeks, a full year of 30-minute sales gym non-stop. If we miss the Wednesday, we will do it on Thursday like we're doing today, but every week non-stop. We're going to be doing 30-minute sales gym. We've covered how to start sales conversations, asking questions, when to start selling. We've covered ABC, which is always be closing, handling objections, lead generation, closing techniques, etc., etc. And at the end of the day, the goal is 30 minutes, bite sized information, stuff you can actually take out of today, utilize tomorrow, and start getting instant results. Now, who am I specifically talking to? I'm talking to you, business owners, entrepreneurs. You're looking at actually starting a business or you've started a business. Uh, this is for you. Usually, you're the sales rep, um, you're the manager, your operations, your HR, your everything. This is also for you, the sales rep. You sell anything, you just want to improve your sales, you want to get your numbers up, right? Because as sales, we eat what we hunt. The more you hunt, the better you hunt, the more your commission becomes. And it's also for you. Thank you, Tasha. It's also for you, the business leader, managers, and executives who want to improve. So you're looking at improving your actual uh, team's numbers. So you manage a team and you want to improve on their performance. So here you're going to get tips, tricks, things I've actually used practically, things that have worked in different businesses and that I have made work I've implemented in different businesses. So imagine tomorrow morning, everyone in Uganda, uh, or wherever you are, the country you're in, everyone wakes up believing your currency has no value. Just imagine that happens. It happened in Zimbabwe. It's happened a lot in the past where people wake up every day and then the value they believe the paper money they have is worth less. Okay, what happens? So the economy is nothing more than trust. This is the point I'm trying to drive across. Trust moving between people is what drives the economy. So if people woke up today and they said, man, the money in my pocket can't actually buy the thing I want, I have to pay more. Or the person selling wakes up and says, the money you were paying for the product yesterday is not worth it today, I have to charge you more. In that case, uh, automatically banks start to panic, businesses stop selling, fuel stations refuse the money for the fuel, so they refuse to exchange the currency that you have for the fuel. Salaries become meaningless overnight. You're earning your 5 million, you're earning your 500,000, whatever it is. Tomorrow it's worth nothing. Markets stop functioning. But the question is, what changed from today and uh, the next day? What changed? Did the actual paper, did the currency you're holding change? Did its design change? Did the paper it's printed on change? You actually don't even know the value of the paper your money is printed on. What is that actual paper worth, right? So you don't know, nothing actually changed. The paper is identical. The only thing that changed is people trusting in the value of the currency. Trust me, we're building up to something. Uh, Again, feel free to share this live. Let's spread the word. The more likes I get, the more uh, it gets shown to other people who are just scrolling randomly and are looking for similar sort of content. So please do your neighbor, do the stranger on the other side a favor. Give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, let's interact. and let's get people seeing this. So civilization runs on shared beliefs. Okay, we have to understand what fuels civilizations. Uh, Stories, so we believe in the power of stories. Religion works because people trust in God, so faith. Countries work because citizens trust the institutions governing them. Marriage works because spouses trust each other. Courts work because people trust in the justice system. You trust that when you accuse somebody of committing a crime, they will be fairly judged in a court of law. Therefore, you're not going to commit, what do we call it, the street justice, right? You're going to actually go to police and follow the legal means because you trust in the justice system. Money works because people trust governments. Governments are the ones that print the money, so we trust that whatever they're printing is for our good. So money works because we trust government. Business works because customers trust companies. Once you remove trust, everything around collapses. So the economy isn't built from paper, it's built on confidence. Currency is just printed on paper, right? A lot of us are thinking, we say to ourselves, once I have money, I have money. Once I have money, I'll do this. But the reality is, a lot of people struggle with the first part, the once I have money. Oops, power is gone again. Uh, we do have battery at least, but the lights have gone off. Apologies. I'm still going to be live until the Wi-Fi turns off. So, how much does it cost to print 50,000? Like I mentioned earlier, you probably don't know how much your 50,000 note costs, your 10,000 note costs. You don't know how much it costs the government to actually print it unless you're someone who's into economics or you've done the research. But what can it buy? When you enter a shop, what can your 50,000 buy? And the question after what can it buy is why can it buy that? Who determines what 50,000 can buy? Everyone agrees it represents value. So it's you and me who determine what the 50,000 can buy. We agree that it represents a certain value. Okay. If tomorrow nobody believed it represented that same value, it represented a lesser value, then the 50,000 would become worth less. Thank you for the likes. Again, more likes, more power to the talk, more people get to view us. So because everyone agrees that the currency or the product uh, is of a specific value. Therefore, this paper, the paper money that we have in our pockets or the mobile money, it can buy that item. So your 50,000 note is determined, its strength is determined by the people around you. Trust is the economy, not the currency. It's trust that drives and fuels exchange. Its value becomes zero. So 50,000 can be worth zero tomorrow. If you asked me, I grew up in Zimbabwe. Everybody knows about the economic crash in Zimbabwe, how the currency became worthless over what seemed to be a night, though for us it was a longer journey. Uh, I was there from when a dollar could buy a loaf of bread to when it was $2 buying a loaf of bread, then $5, then all of a sudden it was $100 to buy a loaf of bread, then 1,000 to buy a loaf of bread. So that cycle from the 1990s going all the way up, uh, the parts I experienced, all the way up to 2008, where it was complete chaos And literally today you've got 5 million. Tomorrow your 5 million is worth $50. It was it was crazy. And that's a trust issue. People did not trust the paper or the institution governing the value of the paper. Money was continuously being printed. So Bitcoin or cryptocurrency changed the definition of trust. Uh, Whether you're a Bitcoin or you trade in Bitcoin or invested in it, it doesn't matter. The point remains the same. The lesson with the Bitcoin, in the introduction of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, was every financial system is based on trust. Traditional finance trusts institutions, okay, whereas Bitcoin trusts code, and code has no institution underlying its or behind it. Bitcoin's value simply stems from the code, the security it gives, and the people trusting that that security will remain. Therefore, they keep exchanging it at higher prices. So, neither your physical paper, 50,000 Uganda shillings, or your Bitcoin or any other crypto you're invested in works without trust. And that's why a lot of uh, cryptocurrency organizations have been failing, because at some point a scam or fraud is detected and then trust goes down. Every sale is a transfer of trust. Now this is back to us here in the sales conversation. Every sale, every exchange, so long as you're exchanging something of value for something of perceived equal value, there must be trust. You must trust that what you're giving me is actually of the same value of what I'm giving you. Customers ask themselves when they're buying, can I trust you, the individual? Can I trust the product you're selling me? Can I trust the promises you're making to me? So if you're promising me that your product is going to uh, ensure that I live 10 years longer, how can I trust that? Okay. Can I trust your company? Will your company, a lot of times when you go for sales meetings, one of the things you're going to be asked is, will your company be there 5 years from now? So people want that answer. People want to know if they can trust you. Can I trust you'll answer the phone? So that's another issue, especially in Uganda, especially in Africa, where customer care, there are no real regulators in terms of customer rights, customer satisfaction. So you could buy something today and tomorrow it's another story. I've gone through this a lot of times, where you buy something today and the company decides to change the format, or they stop the refills of that product, and now you're stuck having to go buy a new entire set because the plug-in mosquito repellent, they changed the refills. So, can I trust you'll answer the phone? Customer care. Can I trust that you will be there for me when I face a challenge with your service? Econet, I'm saying Econet, Zimbabwean things. Look at MTN, let's look at Airtel, let's look at, do they answer when you call? If yes, are they actually helpful? Okay. And if they are helpful, that's probably why you keep trusting them, keep transacting with them, keep making calls using their lines. So there are brands that became giants through trust. Apple. Apple, people are out there queuing overnight because they trust the brand Apple. I was uh, I was being told a story, and someone shared a story with me about how after you buy an Apple, let's say an iPhone, the next day you can actually take it back if it has broken down, and they will give you a brand new one. Okay, so people trust in the quality of the Apple devices. They trust in the technology, they trust in its simplicity, so they keep buying it. And that's why it's a juggernaut. I believe they were the first business to have a cash reserve of over $1 trillion. Uh, that is trust. That is people giving you $1 trillion worth of money, and you have it there on standby. Now, people trust Amazon. So Amazon, I'm obviously listing the international brands. People trust Amazon. They will deliver. They will deliver on time. They provide refunds, reviews, customer service is good. So people who have access to Amazon will always buy from Amazon. Imagine the biggest challenge that online shops have had, online platforms, has been the customer satisfaction issue. If I buy and you deliver something that is not of good quality, that is trust. And that is why a lot of businesses are failing. Trust. Simple. Okay. So Coca Cola, the formula isn't why they dominate. I mean, Coca Cola tastes beautiful. But the thing is, and I've had Coca Cola in more than 15 countries, it tastes the same. Mix it with your drinks, do whatever you want to do with it. Coca-Cola always tastes the same. There's a time they changed it in Malaysia from Coca-Cola original, and then they changed the naming of it from, it was original in Bahasa. All of a sudden it tasted different. I could tell it tasted different. A slight change in the taste, and buyers stop buying. People know, if I want Coca Cola, it will be consistent no matter where I am. Coca Cola is Coca Cola. Toyota, people associate Toyota with reliability, with affordability, reliability. They trust that once I've bought a Toyota, it will last a long time. That perception has allowed them to command loyalty over decades. They've overtaken brands such as Mazda. Uh, Another story, when I was growing up, Mazda dominated in a lot of places in Africa. Right now, I'm not seeing so much of Mazda, right? So that's what happens when people trust you. What happens on the inverse when people actually stop trusting you? And what causes people to stop trusting you? The biggest story you've ever heard, or never heard about, if you've never heard of this, is the Enron story. One of the largest companies in America, it was at some point worth billions, collapsed because of accounting manipulation. So they lied about their finances, and that led to uh, a destruction of stakeholder trust. The company does not exist. Capital Chicken, if you if you're into those invest get rich schemes, Capital Chicken, the model was sound. The model is a sound business model. Give us your money, we'll invest it in our product, which is chicken. We will sell the chicken and give you back a profit. Very sound business model. A lot of people lost their money. Why? There was never a single Capital Chicken truck roaming the streets with chicken in it. No one ever saw the chicken. Okay, so automatically trust. There was no trust with a lot of people, and once the light was shone on that, a lot of people started pulling out, and the business collapsed. FTX, one of the biggest crypto exchanges. I did mention crypto uh, fraud that has been happening. Customers stop trusting it. Business kaput. You can Google it, FTX. So, also, when someone wants to attack you, they want to ensure that you're finished. You can't do anything else. What do? They'll attack your credibility. They will attack your credibility. Once people stop trusting you, it is very difficult to get them to trust you again. So you will go and you will hear a lot of news about specific people. I always ask myself, now that the news is pointing at that person a lot, what went wrong? A year ago, why weren't we talking about said person, right? Uh, Same with rumor mill in the office. So if you want to destroy someone, simple, discredit them. Now let's look at how to build trust quickly. Again, we are here to share tips and tricks you can use as soon as tomorrow to get people to trust you, to buy from you. So without trust, I think we've established no trust. Oof, the power is back. The light. I hope the light is still good. I think we've managed to establish that without the right amount of trust, without trust, people will not commit. If they are to commit, they will commit in a reserved way. Now, how to build trust quickly? How to build trust quickly? Firstly, there's no shortcuts with this one. Do a good job. Do a good job the first time around. Don't wait for a second chance. Don't beg for a second chance. Don't say, oh no, they will come back. Okay? Just do a good job the first time. That is the simplest advice I could ever give you. I hope you are listening attentively. Why? Because when you do a good job, word spreads. Someone was walking me through a reference they heard on the same thing, that one one good job multiplies, whereas one bad job divides. And marketing adds. What were they saying? They were saying when you do marketing, you add one client, one client, one client. So you're growing, but you're not scaling. When you do a good job, one client who has come in, experienced your service, can quickly become 10, 20, 30 clients. So they multiply. So do a good job the first time. That is probably one of the reasons why people come, they buy from you once and then they disappear. Do a good job. Let them want to come over and over and over again. Let them want to buy from you as many times as possible. Referrals, another way to build trust quickly is through referrals. Why? Because referrals are inherited trust. The person referring you, the person referring you trusts you, is trusting in you. Yes, Ismail, how are you? The person referring you is trusting you, and therefore they are sending people your way that trust them. So it's very critical to have referrals. But how do we get referrals? Do a good job with the first person. Let them bring in the referrals. So referrals, mwah, number one. That is the shortcut of shortcuts for trust. Testimonials, showcase what other people are saying about you. You have a website, you have brochures, you have your marketing campaigns. Showcase what other people, don't be shy about it. Company X said this about us. Company Y loved this about us. Tell them, tell other people what other people are saying about you. Proof of concept. Everyone wants to buy what other people are buying. There's FOMO. There's so many concepts out there that justify you getting people to leave you testimonials. Ask for the testimonials. Ask for them. Don't be shy. You've done a good job. Let people know you did a good job for the other person. That's why when you visit most websites for most large organizations around you, you're going to see testimonials or case studies projects they've completed. They're showing you, or they're trying to get you to trust them based on their past record. So I'm going to be doing a session next week to break down the steps I take to build trust quickly, whether it's one-on-one in the room, whether it's through marketing. We're going to be uh, going through a breakdown of the steps so that you also can implement the exact steps to build trust quickly. Every brand, so just to reiterate, I just want to drive the message uh, across, drive the message home. Every brand is equivalent to accumulated trust. There is no brand without trust. The richest companies in the world are not simply selling products, they are selling certainty. The second you buy what I am selling, you will get the results you want. That is what they are selling. Every advertisement says you can trust us, you can trust me. Every testimonial says other people trusted me. Every guarantee says your risk is lower. So it's a trust game. It's really just a matter of trust. Everybody is out there trying to buy trust, trying to nurture trust, and trying to turn the trust into an exchange of value. And that is the economy. That is the world. That is business. That is relationships. It is trust. So I want you to go through a moment of self reflection. I think this is the most powerful thing we could do. Go through a moment of self reflection. Uh, are you a trustworthy person? A lot of people avoid this. They don't want to discuss, or they don't want to think about it. They've turned off their self reflection button. They don't want the guilt of all the things they've done bad in the past. So let's open the floodgates. Are you a trustworthy person? How many friends have referred businesses to you? This is very important. Would someone actually refer clients to you? Would someone refer business to you? How many of your clients are willing to give you testimonials without you strong arming them or without you having a personal relationship with them? Are any of your clients actually willing to stand up and say, this company, this person, this individual is the right person to solve your problem because they did it for me? Or are they all hiding behind non-disclosures, or are they all hiding behind I don't want people to know my service providers, etc.? Are people looking for you in order to give you business? Has anyone ever called you and said, by the way, Carl, by the way, so and so, here's a deal, there's a deal for you? Are people looking for you? This is simply, how do we measure your trust barometer? How do we measure your trustworthiness? Okay. Do you deliver your services on time and with good quality every single time? Or are you a professional at managing expectations? We call it a man. Are you a manager, or are you actually a doer? Do you provide the service on time and with expected quality? Ask yourself these questions. I want you to really take a moment, review, ask yourself the question, and if you can answer. Answer yes, answer no. I'll ask the questions again. How many friends have referred business to you? Do you have friends that have referred business to you in the past month? Do you? You can just answer yes, you can answer no. Next question. How many of your clients are willing to give you testimonials? Okay. How many of your clients realistically are willing to give you testimonials? Do you have any that are giving you testimonials? Are people looking for you in order to give you business? When was so real Honestly, when was the last time someone actually called you out of the blue and offered you business and opportunity? Do you deliver your services on time and with good quality? So there's a way all your relatives, all your friends, they all know that in this family we have this person who provides this service. They're the ones who bake the cakes in the family. They're a baker, they're a seamstress, they are a lawyer. But you realize if you're a lawyer, none of your relatives have ever had an issue that needed a lawyer, or they just never approached you with that issue. Are you that person? So a moment of serious self-reflection there. uh, I've exceeded my time by about 5 minutes. Thank you very much for joining. It's a pleasure always to go live. Uh, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the interactions. What we're going to be doing yesterday, it was a power issue. I couldn't get my laptop started. We had a maintenance of the power grid in our area. Uh, that is done. We will be live every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. East Africa time to 8 p.m. I give it 30 minutes. This is bite-sized information. We want you to take action on it immediately. So as soon as tomorrow, go out there, ask for the referrals, ask for the testimonials, start showing trust. Start showing people that other people have trusted you, and start building your own trust by doing the right things all the time for your customers. Again, I'm going to be talking Postly. Postly is a service we've introduced as SNCT marketing. It's an email marketing tool. Automate how you build trust in your funnels through email marketing. So you can do automation, you can do bulk marketing emails, etc. through the Postly app. The link is, let me get it in here. The link is postly.snctmarketing.com. So that's Postly, POSTLY SNCTmarketing.com. So you can visit, free to sign up, free to create your funnels, free to do almost everything. Once you're ready to send emails, just get credits, and the credits don't expire, and you can send your emails out and they land in inbox. So Postly by SNCT Marketing. Let's get closer to closing. Thank you for joining. Please go out there. Please implement. It's always a pleasure interacting with each and every one of you. Feel free to follow this account if you want to be the first to know when I'm live next. Just give me a follow, give me likes, let TikTok know you actually like my content, and they will introduce us over and over again. We say those who have met will meet again. They'll never completely part ways. Have a good night.